The world's not clear. We find that out from birth. We depend on our parents for life if we're lucky, learn language from them and how to think. It's kind of like a classroom, really. I mean, when you're born, you enter a classroom, empty. You don't know anything except what your teacher teaches you. You look at him, he seems nervous. You don't know what that means, you just accept it. My parents taught me to think for myself, which is ridiculous, of course, because thinking for yourself always includes adopting the ideals of someone else. But you trust in them. If someone persecutes you for your belief, you immediately assume that person is some kind of idiot. But then you get older and realize that what you were believing wasn't true. It was just something you thought would be interesting or cool. But even then we're flawed because we keep adopting others' beliefs until there's nothing original about us. But back to the classroom. All of us live in some sort of classroom. Our teacher is teaching us some sort of moral or ideal or wisdom. We accept it without question. It influences us and shapes us into who we'll become. This reality leads me to wonder if there is a God, because what God would leave his children in such incompetent hands? Yeah, I think there is a God. I've always kind of doubted evolution. People think I'm some sort of idiot, but I could never wrap my head around two non-existent things that have some sort of big bang which starts the universe. I mean, when was the last time something productive came out of an explosion anyway? Maybe God has left us to fend for ourselves. We're like a sitcom to him. Such thoughts make me feel so good inside. Notice the sarcasm in my voice. At this point, I too have been affected, influenced by someone else's point of view. Am I right? Well, I guess that depends on whose definition of right you use. Maybe in the grand scheme of things, we're all right, or wrong. So you grow older knowing that the world is slightly off kilter. Literally and figuratively. Your vision becomes out of focus. So many things to believe in. Of course, you could choose to believe in none of them, but then you become narcissistic, and nobody likes that. You could decide not to care, but then you become meaningless to everybody. And if you're meaningless, and the world is meaningless to you, then what's the point of it all? You ask yourself, why am I here? What do I do? The questions every human being asks, unfortunately only to be answered by people who have been influenced by other people, that you were here for this, or for that. It's really quite confusing. Maybe if God was our teacher, it would be simple. Just do whatever he says. But like I said, he may be up there laughing at us. So we stay in our classroom only knowing what we are exposed to. Maybe we could leave the classroom, but that could mean death. At least for me, that's not a viable option. So who's your teacher?